It was a quiet night at the Miller household. The ticking of the clock grew louder and louder, almost unbearable. Then Charlie suddenly stopped, his eyes fixed on something invisible. The house was quiet, but a presence, something unknown, was about to be revealed. Charlie, the family dog, was restless. His eyes were locked on Oliver, and he paced back and forth throughout the house, fast and relentless. Charlie felt something, but no one knew what it was. He couldn't take his eyes off the crib. His behavior became more anxious by the second, as if something invisible was calling to him, something he couldn't understand. The air itself seemed thick with tension, as if the environment was bracing for what was to come. Charlie had always been Oliver's silent guardian, but tonight, it seemed he knew something no one else did. He stopped in the doorway, eyes fixed on the crib, wagging his tail but unable to calm down. Something was about to happen, and he couldn't leave. The next morning, Grace, still groggy from sleep, entered Oliver's room. Her face was flushed and sweaty. The baby's fever was alarming. His breathing was erratic. Panic took over Grace, but something inside her, something inexplicable, made her look at Charlie. The dog stood at the side of the crib, staring at Oliver as if he wanted to warn her. It was then that Grace knew exactly what to do. "Tom, we need to go to the hospital now," she shouted. Within seconds, they were out the door, speeding down the road, but the tension in the air remained. Yet, Charlie was still restless, running to the door, barking as if he wanted to go with them. Fear surged in Grace, but she ignored the urge to turn back and pressed on. At the hospital, the diagnosis came quickly: a dangerous fever that could have led to severe complications if they hadn't acted in time. The worst had been avoided, but a sense of unease lingered in the air. Something wasn't right, and Charlie, always near, seemed to sense it. Later that night, Grace was woken by Charlie's frantic barking. She ran to the room, and when she entered, the shock was instant. Oliver's lips were blue, his breathing shallow. Charlie, in distress, kept barking, knowing something was about to happen. Grace grabbed Oliver with terrifying speed and dialed the paramedics. "Tom, he's not breathing right," she screamed. When the paramedics arrived, it was just in time. They managed to stabilize Oliver, but in that moment, Grace looked at Charlie, who was standing quietly in the corner, his eyes intense and unwavering, as if he were the true hero of the story. "It was him, Tom. He saved us. He knew," Grace whispered. In the following days, the Miller house was quieter than ever, but an odd tension filled the air. Every bark from Charlie, every step near Oliver's crib seemed to carry meaning. Then one morning, a mysterious package appeared on the doorstep. Inside was a letter and some old photos. What was written in the letter was something no one could have predicted. Charlie wasn't just any dog. He had a deep connection to Oliver's biological mother, Carla. Charlie had always been a part of Oliver's life from the start, silent, constant. Grace looked at Charlie with tears in her eyes. She whispered, "He always knew." The truth settled on them like a weight. Charlie wasn't just a dog, he was a guardian, a silent angel, destined to protect Oliver. Something he had always known, even when no one else did. The Miller house was quiet, but something had changed. The love they had for Charlie now held much deeper meaning. It was a love that transcended everything, a love so powerful it could indeed perform miracles. One peaceful night, with the soft autumn light streaming through the window, Grace and Tom sat in the living room, watching Charlie lying next to Oliver's crib. The baby was calm, sleeping soundly. It was as if everything was in its place, as if peace had finally been restored. Charlie got up, looked at Grace with his calm eyes, then lay back down beside Oliver. The dog, with his unwavering calm, seemed to be the final piece that had been missing. And that night, Grace and Tom understood that more than anything, it was love that held everything together. Charlie's love, Oliver's love, and their love. Because at that moment, Grace knew that miracles aren't made by invisible forces alone. Miracles happen when love becomes the most powerful force in existence. If you enjoyed this story and believe in the power of love, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Leave a comment below and share your thoughts about the magic love can create. We want to hear your stories and if you've experienced something similar. Don't miss our next video.